Welcome back, guys. We got a new guest on the show. We're going to talk about a little NBA today on the Thunder Sports Podcast. And this is my guest,
Yes, sir. Half-Court Kaleb.
HALF-COURT Kaleb. I like that name.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we got a few little topics we wanted to discuss with y'all tonight. First off, Caleb, how do you feel about this Chet versus Wemby going?
I'm a Thunder fan. That's the one thing I've always admitted. I am biased as hell towards the Thunder. And it's just got me ready for the season. Everyone's talked about beforehand. He's a dog. Nothing but just he's a dog from even players outside Thunder. Just starts it all off. This is a future Shaquille O'Neal versus like Washawan, Tim Duncan type of thing. This is that potential. That's what I'm looking at right now.
I like it. You think it's going to be a battle of the Giants in the West Coast?
It's about time we bring it back.
I think so.
Oh, you got to think about the Rockets and the Spurs. This could be that next one.
I like it. I think it's going to be a lot of good matchups, especially with how young they are. I think this is going to be definitely like a battle for like years to come. A big rivalry will be made out of this.
As long as they're not getting broken.
Yeah.
That's the issue right now. Like that leg injury with Chet was basically predicted beforehand.
Definitely. I do think they got to put a little bit of weight on if they're going to compete in the league. But besides that, I think both of them are going to be excellent. I'm like, who's going to be better?
At the end of the day, though, the biggest fear is that to come out, both these guys could be looking at Mo Bamba, who's basically a guy who had along the same strength as them, but not particular as well known. Like everyone knew that he wasn't going to gain that much muscle, and it's to the point where like you can see Mo Bamba as like part of these future type of players that are hit or misses right now.
No, definitely. I think I'm curious to see who gets the better end of it. I know with the headbutt that Wemby threw at Chet, I was like, ooh. And Chet got called for the foul, too. I was like, how are you going to get called for the foul when he's headbutting you?
Man, that's man. Me as a Thunder fan, we're winning games.
Oh, for sure.
We're winning games.
How many games you think you're going to win this year?
You already heard it earlier. I'm predicting fifth seed at least.
Fifth seed for the Thunder.
I'm telling you at least fifth seed. I'm probably the only guy to support that, but fifth seed at least. Like, we're going to be surprising in the West this season. I'm promising you it. It's a scary, scary West right now.
Oh, the West is always stacked. There's a lot of good teams, too, for the West. The East is definitely not as much. Like, you got a few teams in the East. Kind of like how the NFL's been, like, the last couple of years. Like, the AFC's been super stacked, and you got a few teams in the NFC. But, like, the West is just always stacked.
And scary.
Oh, yeah. Because like you still got a lot of good players. Like you got the Nuggets who are going to try to repeat. You got a lot.
They're going to be the first seed.
Oh, for sure. Like yeah. While we're talking about this, how do you look at the standings? Your predictions for this season?
The easiest ones to take out was obviously the Spurs, and the Blazers are also the play-in is what scares everyone the most right now.
No, definitely.
Like the play-in is ultimately it's going to have all these young teams playing against each other. But number one, like I said, I believe the Nuggets, and then number two, I'm going back with the Grizzlies.
Okay.
Talking on the Grizzlies topic, just bring in Derrick Rose and his comments every single day. Marcus Smart.
Definitely, I think Marcus Smart's gonna be a huge addition to them, and especially with like D Rose, I think that they will have a lot of help, and I think they can kind of keep Ja out of trouble, kind of keep him like in check. Like, come on, man.
He's going to keep him in check. Derrick Rose's comments of just, I'm here not to babysit. I'm here to sit your butt straight. Simply as that. And also, these are players who are not winning the ball so much on offense. These are players that are hustle player of the year, 2-3 years. Marcus.
Yeah, I was still shocked they traded him out of Boston. I was not for sure that he was going. Like, I was really shocked that he got traded. But I mean, you wanted to cry.
I wanted to cry for him.
It hurts. I think Denver's still solid.
They just rested. Like they're not the championship team that's trying to double work right now.
No, definitely not. Like I saw Jokic when he came back to like the States to work, and like he's like, all right, time to get back in the NBA. He was sad. He's like, I just want to go. I just want to go race horses. That's all I want to do. He won a championship.
As any main guy who focuses on the damn league.
If
your guy obsessed with basketball pisses you off, you're like, how the fuck are you just this good, bro?
I think that he was more excited to win that horse racing championship than he was the NBA Finals.
Oh yeah, he was. He's admitted it before. Like even Isaiah Thomas says he just talks like a fucking robot.
Oh, definitely. That's all he wants to do. He just loves horses.
Just happens to be.
I think he's great. I think he's like phenomenal on the court. I love him. I think he's fantastic.
It's hard. He's a really great player. He's like a 2K player. I'm putting my guy on center.
Oh, for sure.
Let's just bring on that third seed. I'm constipating about this one, but I feel like I'm just gonna I think the Kings. I was gonna say Warriors, but I think the Kings.
Got the Kings. I like the Kings. I think the Kings made a huge impressment. Like they impressed me very much last year. And like for an organization that's been like screwed over and like not be looked at as much, I think that they have made a great improvement. I like Darren Fox a lot too. I think he's helped out a lot. And like I wasn't necessarily sold on him when they first drafted him, but like I was wrong about him. He has thoroughly impressed me.
Oh no. It's all about the locker room chemistry, but that team could easily collapse, I would say, down to even 6. That's just a team that's really fed together, but could easily collapse. It's hard to believe in that consistency around the locker room right now.
Oh, for sure.
There's just no guys that screams out to you, okay, they're glue. Except for Harrison Barnes.
That's fair. I think they will need to make some like a little adjustments this season. I think a lot of teams are going to figure out how they play, and I think that may hurt them. But I'm not exactly sold on that idea. They may still finish at third, like you said. I could definitely see that happening.
But Domantas Sabonis is proving that he's the guy that wins.
Definitely. Who you got for? You got Denver.
Warriors
at 4.
You had me. I was on doubts. I will put him at 8th before talking to you. I'll give you like your notes on that. You were talking about them like, okay, he's got some points. But I have one of my buddies, like Jay, he was telling me earlier, he said he believes Chris Paul's going to average 15 to 16 points per game, or even as high as like 14. I'm personally in doubts. I feel like if you're Chris Paul, you're being the assist guy for every shooter on this squad.
I think
Wiggins.
I would agree. I think he'll have more assists than he will points on average because I think he'll be passing that ball so much to get Steph and Clay open. I think that's going to be a big factor.
I think a perfect situation, Andrew Wiggins makes another All-Star appearance because Chris Paul still have a average like 25, 26.
If you can get Paul just dishing the rock like he used to all the time, and really get him like focused on that and being more of like the true point guard style, I think that he could really rack up them assists. I wouldn't be shocked if with the team that he's got, if he breaks the record for most assists in a game.
Man, like that's a little bit far, but I can see that. Like, honestly, God, though, if he focuses mainly on assists, but you also have Draymond Green, who's also a playmaker on that squad. And I don't know about you.
I'm not a big fan of Draymond, personally.
Me too. I would love for the guy, but Thunder fans will hate me on that because my dad will never love the guy for everything he's done to OKC. Fuck him what he's done for OKC, but Jesus Christ, when you see a guy just playing between the boxes no one cares about, I wish he would lead the lead in assists. I know it's a long stretch, but I wish Draymond Green would try to lead the lead in assists just for fucks.
I like it. All right, then you got 5, who you said is OKC at 5.
I'm saying OKC, and that's mainly because Shai Alexander was MVP candidate last season. We have done nothing but improve. Chet Holmes is in our center. We left center open for Chet Holmes. No one else right now. Think about it. We still have Lou. Lou is like essentially like a guy can do nothing but play defense, shoot off the ball, has been doing nothing but. Then also say, oh no wait, we got the 3 is going to be Lou, the second's going to be Josh Giddey, who's also proven he's the next Russell Westbrook type. Grabs the rebounds, gets the pass. Man's not afraid to fucking pass. First off. And then our power forward, I'm trying to remember. It wasn't like the second guy for Rookie of the Year last year, Jay Williams. I'm just saying, though, there's nothing but upside to this squad. And if you see, Jay Williams got drug tested this offseason, too.
Get drug tested. He's performing too good.
Just put the picture. There's a buff, sexy-looking photo of the man from this season. Like, me Thunder fans, like, man. And then look at our bench. The other Jay Williams led the entire lead in charge drawn last season in advanced stats.
That's pretty nuts.
Guess how many less games he played in minutes compared to other players.
How many?
Still led the lead. I can't tell you how many personally, but I just know the moment that other Jay Williams on the court did the exact same shit in college. We knew what we're picking up.
I like it. So who's 6 then?
Fuck me. The Lakers.
Lakers 6? I don't hate that. I think that's actually kind of fine. I don't really hate that. The only team I could really see that like makes it past them would probably be, I don't know. I think if the Clippers could stay healthy, I think the Clippers have a fantastic team. It's just about staying healthy. They have never been able to like we never have Kawhi and Paul George on the court at the same time. It seems like we never get that.
Well, no. Do you know what I love most about this season or about the NBA, like kind of like as a whole?
What?
From what I realized from this season, they realized. So compared to other leagues, they quickly fix issues that NBA fans might disagree with the players, right? So you know how they had low management, a lot of players were not playing.
Yeah.
This season, they immediately added in, like, straight up, within a year, added in rules. Hey, in order to win these awards, you need to play at least, I think, 55 or 65 games minimum in order to qualify. And another rule is that you can have 2 players who are all-stars, which means first All-NBA and all-star appearance, be load management at the same time during a game, or it could equal bad shit for the teams.
Yeah, it definitely would. I think that's what's hurt them, the Clippers, the most, what they're trying to run with this team, is just not having them together. And the load management, I have kind of issues with because I understand trying to keep your stars healthy, but I also understand like people are paying you money to come to these games to watch them play. That's my biggest issue.
Bro, I actually talked to a buddy about this today though, and my big take, and I feel like, tell me agree or not agree on this. I feel like NBA should change the rule of load management where you can only do load management after maybe closer to playoffs after All-Star break.
I like that better at least.
After playoffs.
I like that better. I think that after the All-Star game, you can start doing more load management to try and make sure your team's healthy for the playoffs and for a playoff run. I do like that. I won't disagree with you on that. I actually really like that take. I think that would actually help out a lot for the fan base because then after the All-Star game, Kawhi may not play as many games, or Paul might not play as many games, or whichever. And I think that would give me half the season. Come on. I know it's a long season. It's a lot of work. But as a fan perspective, if I pay to go see a game, I want to see my star player play. That's the purpose.
Like we all saw Edwards' comments, Draymond Green comments towards it. And like I said, towards the end of the season, when you know you're in play, and I feel like another world added to it though, you have to be placed in the playoffs. Placement.
Definitely. Like I don't want load management if you're not making the playoffs. If you've got 25 wins, like my team is a bad example. It's a good example of this. My team never doesn't make the playoffs every year, but they should all play every game because of the fact that they're not going. But they might go this year. They might. I've got them best as like a 7th seed. I think it's the best I've got the Magic finishing this year, anyways. But that's just me. So you got the Lakers at 6. Who you got?
That's crazy to me with OKC.
I'm hoping they could just get a playoff. That's all. We'll probably get bounced in the first round.
I have a good take for you. You know what? Because I know so much about every team. Here, I'll make you happy real quick, Magic fan. I do this to anyone. If you ever see me in real life, I do this to everyone. Okay, make you feel good about yourself. Frank Wagner has been overly talked about, even in the Olympics, about how his high potential around basketball world itself, which is meaning everyone's talking about how this guy's probably going to lead the Magic and average around 20, 21 points per game. That's my prediction. Take it or lose it. That's my next prediction for you. Frank Wagner. I think it's Frank. Not right. Fuck, I can't remember it.
Frank Wagner.
Wagner. Yeah, Frank Wagner. Basically, everyone's talking about around basketball as a whole about how great he's about to become for the Magic.
I hope so. I've got him as like our number 2 on the team. I think Poncho is just the best on the team. I think he's the one that's impressed me the most. I like him, and I like Wagner too. I think if they can get it clicking together, I think we can make a good little run. I'm not saying we're gonna go far. I just think like hopefully we can like get a playoff push this year. Because man, it's been a long time since we had a really good team. Like I remember watching like Dwight Howard and the Magic when I was a kid in like 2009. Like
that's why when you draft my freaking Chet Holmes, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, he didn't want to play for us. He's like, I don't want to play for Orlando. He's like, I'd rather go to OKC. I was like,
because
okay.
he was looking at OKC like a dying heart all fucking season, like me. That season was just like eyeing the balls, like I want Chet, I want Chet, I want Chet.
It's not bad. It's not a bad take. So who we got 7. We got 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say this outlandishly too. T-Wolves, because of not fucking Towns. Towns is not the leader of that team no more. It is Anthony Edwards' team.
I agree.
If you're
Agree with that. I agree with that.
Follows the leader. No, it's Edwards. I'm sorry, Towns. Get the fuck out of the way. I would trade him if I could.
No, I've never been sold on Towns. Ant is the leader of that team for sure. I think he's the best player on that team, hands down.
He learned it from Patrick Beverly. Did you see? Like, I wish there's a photo. If there's a photo we can find him and Patrick Beverly win that playoff series. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Patrick Beverly's created another man.
Definitely.
Like you see the attitude change up with the man, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's got a lot more dog in him now.
Like it's looking at like an all-star version of Pat at some sorts. Like that's an insane thing to say, but the way he talks is like Pat now.
Oh, for sure. And then number 8, who you got finishing out the playoff spot?
I'm gonna scare people with this one. Wait, I didn't even name the Clippers. That's the saddest thing right now.
There's another team you haven't named either that I'm surprised you haven't said.
I wanted to say the Rockets. Just as a surprise one.
What about
Portland?
What about Phoenix? We haven't even talked about Phoenix.
Oh, fuck me. You know what? I ain't had Phoenix list. You know what? Wait, who do I have at third?
You had Denver. You had the Memphis Grizzlies. You had Sacramento. You had Golden State. You had your OKC. You had the Lakers. Lakers.
Damn, I might have to change up this list. This is gonna seem dumb as fuck. This is how big the West is. I didn't put the Suns anywhere.
Nope.
I feel dumb. Like I'm really hyped on that squad too.
It's tough. The West is very tough to try and figure out who's making it.
I'm going to have to move someone because me personally feel like I think I told you earlier the Suns, the way they completed that roster is just like a chef. They completed a full gourmet meal right there.
You taking Timberwolves off?
I feel like they're higher. I feel like they're going to be leads to the 4th. I'm gonna move around. All right, so fuck it. We're gonna move this around quick. Okay. We're gonna I'm gonna take away the Warriors. Move the Warriors. Put Suns at 4.
Okay.
Put the Warriors we're gonna place the Warriors at 6.
Okay.
And then move down the Lakers to 7th.
Okay. And then Timberwolves still finish the top of the list at 8, or the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
And can we name off play-in teams?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can name off play-in teams. All right, so if I'm doing T-Wolves at 8, but next top play-in team that I feel like I should really talk about is Zion Williamson's Pelicans.
Okay.
There's so many teams that could easily make top 8. That's another team that I feel like could easily make top 8 if they're consistently healthy. If Zion Williamson would just play this season, perfect. They are golden to make the top 10, but due to that history, scary as fuck for me.
And if he quits dating adult actresses.
God damn it. Yeah, no, these kids are getting too distracted. Also, Herb Jones, basically another version of Lou Dort. I love it. Another version of Marcus Smart on the team. Love it. You always love to see guys like that on the squads. Next playing team, we're going to go with the 10th seed, the Rockets.
Rockets at 10, all right.
Rockets have no choice but to make a fucking push. OKC has their picks. I personally would love for them to suck dick right now.
They might. You might get their picks after all.
I know, because the West is scary.
West is so scary, man. The East is so easy, comparatively.
Yeah, I know. It is so difficult to project this. Anyways, going into another one. So going to 11th and 12th. Oh, wait. So play in.
You're on 9.
We already guessed.
Oh, no, you're 10. You said, yeah. Pelicans, Rockets is who you had next. So that's 9 and 10.
So I got one more. Okay. Thinking right now. That's really hard to guess. Portland.
Okay. You think Portland will be able to do it without Dame?
DeAndre Ayton's going to go, my biggest thing about DeAndre Ayton is he's going to be a 23 per game scorer right now. Like he's got more confidence than ever than any other guy on the court. Scoot Henderson seems like a guy who's ready to be himself. Is another version of not Damian Lillard because he doesn't even want to be compared to that. He's just basic Damian Lillard. He's got his head on his shoulders. He knows what he's going to do in life.
I mean,
the way he plays.
Damian was a huge part of that team. I have issues with him leaving, but it was more or less I've had more issues with the organization in Portland, just not really building anything around him, and that was like my biggest complaint, especially with how much effort and he put in for that building. Plus, he created one of the greatest like moments in NBA history with the bye-bye. Just a bye-bye.
Talk about that.
Bro, it was nasty, though.
There were so many fouls called. I'll be a Thunder fan quick. There's too many fucking fouls called in that goddamn game that was not checked upon. There were so many free throws owed to Paul George. I was watching that game. No, they wanted Portland to do that shit to me.
Bro, I forgot it was against OKC. I was just remember that him doing it.
Nah, I don't like that little bye-bye.
It was nasty. I was like, oh.
You see it too fucking much. I don't like seeing that shit. It's like just like the James Harden trade. What the fuck?
Now, the James Harden trade is still super weird. Are you talking about the original one where he left? And like they ended up getting rid of him because they didn't want to pay him? Or are you talking about a different trade?
The original fucking one.
Yeah. If they would have kept him, they should have just paid him and kept the big three together. And
they were young. I'll make up excuses for my team real quick. They were a young squad. They didn't have the money. They just got to Oklahoma. Let's end it.
I agree.
All right, next one.
Then you got that. So you're at 12. Last one. I think this is the last one for the play-in.
Yeah, and who's also making the tournaments? Because at some rate, are they really just going to be a tournament team?
There's another team we got to talk about. What about the Mavericks?
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, Kyrie Irving. Oh, my gosh. And they brought in Grant Williams. Like, he's another guy that we can bring up as, like, a guy that likes to voice his concerns. Don't put up with shit.
I don't know what's going to happen. The West is just so stacked. There's so many teams that could do this right now.
They're another play-in team.
Like I think you're right. I think the West is just so scary, and like it has the potential for a lot of these teams to make the playoffs.
Utah Jazz is another one that could surprise us.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about Utah.
They just got John Collins, but at some rates I don't fucking know because yesterday I thought the Analytics were in their downfall favor. I didn't see no one saw Lauri Markkanen averaging 26 points a game. Like at some rates, like some of us thought he would do that in Chicago. But I don't know. Utah is so unpredictable. Because you look at it, you're just like, these guys probably going to do shit. What the fuck are they winning for?
I really wish that Devin Mitchell could have still stayed there, but him and Rudy got into it too much.
I'm kind of scared of thinking, what the fuck is John Collins going to do? Is he going to end up being like Lauri Markkanen from last year?
He might.
Or Lauri Markkanen going to be able to keep up what he's doing? Because, like, I can see John Collins getting the ball a lot more. Like, that guy, he's an all-star to me. John Collins has been. He just never had the chance. With Trae Young.
That's fair. I'm not sold. That's another guy I'm not really sold on just yet. Trae Young. I'm like, I don't know.
Trae Young is just, I don't.
Like, I think he's okay.
Basically, if you're thinking as in a guy that's a quarterback, right? He needs his defensive lineman.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's a team that just needs a lot more defenders. Devontae Murray being with that team was perfect. I felt like, but. The shitty part about that was that he recently became an all-star himself, and so you have to understand he's not going to want to immediately go back to defense being that role player.
No, I definitely agree with that.
Like, they just took him away from an all-star season to being, hey, we're going to need you to contend with this guy. Like, great perimeter defender, get why you do that. Any squad does that.
Oh, I like it. We'll move over to the East now. Because I'm curious on your takes on the East. I know the East isn't nearly as stacked as we would have for the West, so I'm trying to see what you got for the East.
Number 1, Milwaukee, easy.
Okay.
There's no reason for that to be otherwise other than the Bucks defense. I mean, there's potential bench depth, but they just signed Cameron Payne, and I thought it was a great damn signing.
It's a good signing. I think Milwaukee is going to definitely be improved for sure. I think Dame is going to help out a lot. I want to see how they play together. I want to see like how the chemistry works.
Cool.
No, yeah, definitely. Dame's gonna make them look cool. I just want to see how they work. Him and Giannis work together. Because Giannis was already talking about leaving. Like if they didn't get like some talent or something. I'm like, man.
Then they pulled that.
Well, they just won a title like 3 years ago. Like
Nah, he was motivating them.
I get it, but I was like, man, you just won a title and you're talking about leaving if you don't get some pieces?
Nah, he teases too though. He teases all these teams.
Yeah, he definitely does that. All right, who's 2?
You already know. It's easy. It's easy.
It's easy. You got Boston?
Yeah, obviously.
All right. Boston finishing
I'm just saying,
second.
that should be a common source, bro.
I mean, yeah.
If it's not Boston one and not the fucking and not the other one on the other way around.
That's really like
Those are so easy though.
Those are mostly like the only 2 you got. Like the only other team, like I said, I think that has a chance at that top spot is probably Miami. But that's it. Like everyone else in the East, I really see as that much of a threat.
Not an in-season team though. At this rate, they've just proven that they can play on the fucking playoffs.
Hey, that's what it matters most.
Man, they really have to grind to get to the finals. Even in the bubble, I don't think they were the top seed in the bubble either.
No. Yeah, but the bubble season. Ugh.
Bubble guppies.
All right. So you got Milwaukee at 1. You got Boston at 2. Who's your 3rd?
Fuck. There's only one team I want to say, but it's a team where you're just like, but if things don't work out between James Harden, 76ers, if James Harden doesn't work out, I'm going to see him before.
Okay.
But Philadelphia, if James Harden is all good, cool. They're easily 3rd every season. But if not, I can see I'm trying to think about the East 13. I don't think about East like that.
Oh, you good?
Wait, is my camera still on?
No.
Fudge.
You're good. I can edit this, homie.
Start naming off some East teams.
You got Cleveland. You got the Knicks. You got Atlanta. You got Raptors. You got Magic. You got Pistons. You got the Nets.
Oh yeah, so
Chicago.
Chicago. Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait, put Chicago at 3.
Chicago at 3. Wow. Okay.
Because they are such an in-season team.
I don't think they have played that great in the playoffs, but I do think you're right on that. I think they're more of an in-season team.
Like straight up, like I did hear that they're potentially do a trade of Zach LaVine for James Harden. I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that. With the team you got, Chicago, just do it. That'll be perfect. I feel like
Zach LaVine if you look at his stats, he has improved every single season that he's played the game, which I thought thoroughly that was impressive. Because at first he was just a dunker. That was what he was known for. But if you look at his stats every year that he's been in the league, he's improved in every category, which I actually appreciate. Always crafted.
Him for James Harden would not be that bad of a deal.
No, I don't think that's a bad trade at all. I think give him a first round or a first round and a second round, and to get James Harden for Chicago, I think would help them out a lot. And Zach LaVine's.
If I'm Chicago, I'm wanting that just straight up deal.
You want that straight up?
Yeah, no, man, you got no fucking leverage. Your 76ers. That's a generalized good talent to get back for him, in my mind.
So you think it's straight up, just one for the other, just walking to pass each other?
It's not going to happen that way, but just straight up though. Or fuck it, they had Tobias Harris get rid of his contract.
There you go. That's not bad.
They had Tobias Harris get rid of his contract, and on that, I can't think about that. I'm trying to think who else on Chicago where you're just wow. But at that rate, you're just trying to look for defense for Chicago. But I feel straight up though, I feel Chicago may have to add in maybe 2 second rounders, or Philadelphia might have to add in another player to make that work out.
There you go. I would do a first and a second, and then send James Harden, maybe one other guy, and then I would think that would be a pretty fair trade. Because James Harden is getting older. A lot of people don't think about that. He is getting older.
But I wouldn't be surprised as an impulsive move if they just did it straight up.
I think that I don't hate the trade. I was thinking they were going to have to throw a draft pick in there to get the Sixers to bite on it, but besides that, I don't hate it at all. So you got a 4.
I think definitely the Nets. The Nets is so underrated though. Mikal Bridges is going to be first-time All-Star this season.
Okay, Nets finishing 4th. And then
straight up, it is so easy. Those are just, I love it.
All right, Nets at 4. Okay, who's 5th?
Who's 5th? Man, I gotta really think. Charlotte.
Okay.
Wait, I'm between Charlotte, Bro, I'm so terrible at the East right now.
Oh, you're good. I think I like LaMelo. I think LaMelo's good. I think he doesn't get enough credit. I actually do
Oh,
like
Raptors. Sorry.
Raptors. Raptors at 4?
Yeah, Raptors. Wait, nah.
No,
Nets
no.
at 4, Raptors at 5.
Okay. At 5. Raptors
Sorry,
at 5.
I was really thinking. I was just like, what teams? Yeah. If anything, though, depending on what heard Pascal Siakam wants out or wants to be main leader of the team, if I'm the Raptors currently, if you keep Pascal, you're obviously gonna make the 5th seed to me. But in reality, what they should just do is trade him away, get Scotty Barnes the entire ropes to do what he gotta do.
I like it. All right, then
And
6. Sixers. You got the Sixers. You got the Cavs. You still got Knicks at 6.
Oh wait. We said the Cavaliers. Oh man, God. I'm on you. Wait. Who did I say last time?
You said Raptors.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We still got the Knicks, the in-season Knicks, and we also got Donovan Mitchell led. Okay, so 6. Wait, put Raptors on the 6 and keep it at Cleveland Cavaliers. That is just such a Donovan Mitchell has proven he can win the season like no other.
Okay, I like it. So you got 7.
Said 7. Oh, 7. Oh, New York Knicks.
New York Knicks at 7. And then you got the last spot, the 8th spot before we get to play in.
8th spot. Oh, Hornets.
Hornets at 8. All right, now we're getting into the play-ins. You got who?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot. I fucked this list up entirely. We forgot about Indiana.
The Pacers, yeah. The Pacers, I think, will be a play-in team.
Wait, I got no, not even a playing team. That's a fucking playoff team. I am so dumb on that. Who the hell did I have at 4 again?
You had Milwaukee, Boston, and then you had. I'm trying to remember.
Sorry, I should have run this shit down. I am so like.
Oh, you're good.
I'm thinking about.
You're good. I was thinking. Okay, so you got those 2. Then you had a good team. Who did you have? I have to look and check. I can edit this out anyways.
I'm thinking right now. So Milwaukee, Boston, 76ers, and then I was talking about a different 76ers at 3 at 3. No, take 76ers down. I feel take 76ers down. Keep up with I'm gonna just add in take 76ers down a little bit. Put them down to the 4.
Okay.
And then let's just put Cleveland at 3.
Cleveland at 3. Okay. And you got Sixers at 4.
Yeah.
If James Harden and that work it out. Oh, Chicago. You had Chicago too.
Oh, Chicago's gonna go way down the fucking list. I'm sorry.
You're good.
They're getting fucked. Yeah, they're getting fucked in this redraft right now. So we're just gonna take like the Philly. Let's assume that works. 4, cool. 5, Indiana.
Indiana at 5. Okay.
I am so between Indiana. It's either gonna be Indiana at 3 or Cleveland, and this is gonna be like this guy's too damn indecisive. Yes, I am, because Indiana and Cleveland are 2 damn perfect examples of each other. I love my piece. I love Martise. Tyrese.
Then you got the Nets. Don't forget the Nets.
Yeah, like the best fact about the man in general, the starting point guard in Indiana, Tyrese Halliburton, I believe it is. He's a fun fact for anyone. He is currently one of the youngest player to be like kind of nearly leading the league in assists. My goal is for him to lead the league in assists because if you go back in the last few years, you keep having older guys like Chris Paul do it, James Harden, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook. There's yet to be a younger guy to really kind of go out there and lead the league nearly in assists lately. Like, it just keeps feeling like these same old repetitive guys are just doing the same things when it comes to that assist leader. Like, I was like, man, lead the league in assists, motherfucker. Go for it. I don't know what it is. Miles Bridges Miles Turner wants to be All-Star.
So you got so we got Milwaukee, Boston, Cleveland, Pacers, Sixers at 5.
Yeah.
So who you got set at 6, 7, and 8?
6, 7, 8. All right, let's try and make this quick.
You got New York Knicks still available. The Nets are still available. The Hawks, Miami.
Oh my God. Okay, so Miami's going to be 6.
Okay. I think Miami's going to be. I think they're going to finish in the top 8 for sure. I'm exactly where, not 100%. I think RJ Hamilton's going to definitely, like I talked to you about. I think he's going to play a big role this year, a bigger role. I think he's going to help that team out a lot. And then, like we talked about, Tyler Hero probably could be that 6th man of the year again. So I think that's going to help Jimmy Butler definitely out with Kyle Lowry too. You don't think so?
He's a bit. Oh, not mean to say it like that. No, he's not willing to take a lesser role though. He's already stated. I've already made videos upon videos. This man's just nothing but like a 6-man type of player, but he wants to be a starter to potentially make an all-star team, I guess, for his career or ego. Don't know. He doesn't know. I don't know. He wants to be a starter. He's already announced that.
I mean, what's more important? Just being a starter or being that 6th man that comes off the bench and getting the ring? Like, that's the decision you kind of have to make in your head. Like, do you want to be more of a team player or do you want to be more focused on yourself? It is a team sport for a reason.
It's like I was telling you, like, he's a guy that I feel like should have realized I can keep winning these awards. Like, be the next Lou Williams, man. It's not that bad. You can make the Hall.
Definitely. You definitely can.
How many are they going to argue with 6?
I
Like,
don't.
Team those.
Being a 6th man is not a bad thing. Like, I think a lot of people try to like hate on that too much. Being the 6th guy off the bench is not that bad. Like, it means you're going to be the first one in rotation. You're getting your minutes. You're going to play. You're going to get your points. You make an impact. It's good. It's good. Like, it's not the best thing in the world, but like Tyler Hero's not going to be LeBron James. He's not
get known for what you get known.
He's not going to be Jimmy Butler either. Like, Jimmy Butler's the leader of that team, hands down.
And RJ Hampton is another guy, as like you were saying earlier. He's the highest potential guy to basically be the next Max Stroud or Gabe Vincent of the team, to pop off, do really well for a team. If you want to mess with the Miami Heat culture and keep up with it, you're fine.
So that's Miami at 6. Who's 7?
So we said Miami. So who's at 7 right now? Let's put the New York Knicks.
Knicks at 8.
In there.
Knicks at 7.
Actually,
okay.
You know what? Nah, Nets.
Nets at 7. You putting the Knicks at 8 then?
Yeah, you have to put the Knicks in a playoff position that somehow, like, Tom Thibodeau is one of the greatest. Man, they're going to quote me on this, but Tom Thibodeau is one of those guys that wins games. He really does. He's underrated on that part. Maybe he'll replace his players, but he gets the best of his players. Julius Randle, he needs to figure out how to win the playoffs with these guys.
I can agree with that. Now we're looking at the play-in. Who are the guys? Which teams are going to be playing for you? Which ones are going to make it?
Come on, Orlando, buddy. You can name them off. You already know it's going to be 9. You should at least get that hope.
I'm hoping we get like an 8 spot. But like if we get
East is always open. I'm just saying
it is, and I think that if we can get a nice if we can get in the play-in, I think we can make the playoffs. I'm not saying we're going far. I say we may be a first-round exit.
How does it feel being in a conference where you suck so bad? Every team has fucking hope.
It's the in NFL. That's the AFC North or AFC South. The Jags, the Titans, the Texans, and the Colts. Like anybody can win that division.
You know, it was the saddest thing last year watching the fucking play-ins compared to the West.
Oh, definitely.
The losing for the play-ins, buddy. It was like, bruh, we crushed your team. Like that division is so. Yeah, the Hornets is 10.
Hornets 10. Okay, I like that. Who's 11?
11. What we got left? Oh, did we say the Raptors?
No, we haven't.
The Raptors. Go in rebuild mode already, guys.
Raptors 11th.
Go in rebuild mode. Build off of Scoot Henderson. No. Oh, I'm so dumb. It's not Scoot Henderson. Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, trade away Pascal Siakam to like the team like the Hornets.
He actually shocked me. He was way better than I expected him to be.
Man, he's way better than anyone expected to be. They created some kind of Miami Heat culture type of shit down there.
Oh, for sure. And who's getting that last spot? Who's getting that last play-in spot?
Who's the last playing spot, man?
Like I don't think it'll be Detroit. I don't think Detroit's ready for it yet. I think they're still got some more.
Detroit's one of those teams where I just feel like you've been rebuilding to the point where you should already be done. But at the same time, like I'm not sure if I told you this. Biggest thing for me is expansion. There's so many of these goddamn guys that do not get the minutes because the lead has just overly been shoving our throats. Hey, you need to be talented. Come to this lead. But yet, we ain't going to make room for you. Like, it's aggravating though because there's a lot of these guys. I feel like essentially you add in 4 teams, you got more additional playoff teams.
I'm curious to see. I think the West is just so hard. The East is kind of up for grabs for anybody really for get a playoff spot. I
think that's also what they're afraid of. They're afraid they're going to do expansion team, and that expansion team is going to be able to dominate in the East so damn fast.
Oh, definitely. I just don't think there's any competition. Like the competition level for the East and the play-in and like the West are just so off, like so different. I think the ones in the West are just really fighting hard to get it, and like you just kind of like the East, you can like luck out and get a playoff spot.
Yep, honestly.
All right, but
we got to the point with. All right, so I want to do some. All right, so I want to talk about Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
This is just ahead of the awards because this is way too early of a take, though. Like we can bring this up in a few weeks or so, but this is just gonna be really early takes.
Okay. Who you got?
I really don't fucking know. I just started thinking about it.
I'm gonna tell you who I think is getting MVP.
Who?
I think Jokic is getting it again. I think he got robbed last year. I think he deserved it.
I think the reason why he won last year is mainly because here's the issue. He should have not gotten it the year before because a lot of times whenever a player, it's like 2012, 2017, like everyone knows. It's like 2018 James Harden. There's just times wherever a guy doesn't win MVP one year, but everyone knows he should have had a good chance to win it. Everyone knows that some race he deserves to be in it. It's like if Joel Embiid wasn't wasn't in the racing again, he would have won.
No.
But since Joel Embiid's been actively losing, trying to win it, and praying to the media, I won't even get a chance to win because I got another center better than me. Like he's whining to the media. When you do that, it's like James Harden 2018. He got that. Everyone knew he was going to win MVP. Everyone knew he didn't win the year before. Everyone knew they were going to give it as like a fucking prize up the ass. Like hey, you should have won it last year.
I think Jokic took it like he doesn't know. I know he says he doesn't care. I think he took it a little personal, and then he like, you know what? If you're not going to give me MVP of the season, that's fine. I'll just win Finals MVP.
I just think he's like a freaking, like I said, cheat code.
He is.
Anytime you see it, every dang time he just does everything right.
I think a lot of Europeans are just taking over the league at this point.
Expansion.
Mm-hmm. They're just looking so good. I think with Embiid too, I would agree and say Embiid should have got it the year before, last year. But I still think Jokic should have got it this year.
It's also another cake of, do we really want to put this guy in the? He's a guy that you don't look at to be in the greatest of all time category, but it's to the point. He's to the point where he's forcing it. Like he's like, I don't give a fuck about basketball. I don't want to play this game. It's just a job. But I'm gonna force myself to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, cool. I guarantee he will be in the Hall of Fame for sure. No doubt about it.
He's already in it. You win 2 MVPs, but it got to a point where they're like, okay, if you're going to win 3 MVPs, you're about to be in the great big man conversation.
I think he will be by the end of his career. I think there'll be a case for him.
He already is, bro. 2 MVPs. That's more than Shaq. Like,
I mean, it's hard to win an MVP too, especially at a center position. Not like back then comparatively to now. But I would say I think Jokic's just so good. Like he's how do I put it? He's got like that Dirk like ability, and I think he's putting his own twist on it to like precede him further.
Yeah, no. I could just see him lead the league in assists or triple-double average someday. I feel like if he hits the triple-double average.
I looked at a stat earlier. He's like 24 triple-doubles away from being in third place for all time.
I can see him have MVP season of a triple-double. I've been kind of getting scared of it too. Like, man, there's so many of these guys that have been so close to having triple-double. Me being okay, like I said, I'm OKC fan, love the Russell Westbrooks. I'm like, man, don't ruin my Russell Westbrook season. Come on, I don't want to see this shit again. That was my championship season.
No, it really was. I was rooting for Russell to get that. I wanted him to get it because I felt like he deserved it. Especially, he definitely deserved it after he got it.
I cried when he hit that record. I cry every damn moment throughout the season.
That was a huge moment, like for him to beat Oscar Robinson's record was nuts. I don't think it gets talked about enough. like personally. Then he did it again.
Keep rubbing me. That was a joke.
He did it again. He is Mr. Triple Double until like he gets passed by like Jokic or something.
Jokic.
He's the only other person that like I think
He's got me scared. This
could do
man's
it.
getting to the point where he's gonna do it.
But like
He's the quickest man to get triple double, bro. He's a big man setting that record.
yeah, he's got the passing skills of like a point guard. He can shoot like anybody else, and he can be in the paint and everything. I just think he is infatuated. Like I'm just infatuated with him because of how good he is in such a awkward position too, and he's able to do everything you need him to.
So I want to go back talking about DP of the year. I think we could potentially see this with I need to get his name correctly from Memphis. Jaren. Is it Jaren Jack? I keep thinking Jaren
right.
Jackson. Is that his last name?
GG Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I keep thinking that's not his last name, but anyways, I feel like he could win the defensive player of the year. But there's another category I really want to say after witnessing this last season. Who's your random pick to just be up for defense player of the year? Because the last few years we've been seeing these random guys like Brook Lopez. Who the hell saw that coming?
Nobody saw that coming. He slept on, definitely.
Like he's I want him to win it because I knew it's going to give him up for the Hall of Fame. Like he's just such a random guy. Where I'm like, yo, at this rate, just put him in the Hall for what he's been able to do in terms of he's been able to adapt to every situation he's been a part of.
Yeah, no, he really has. I also, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's the leading scorer for the Nets, like all time.
Maybe. I think you may be right on that. He's set a few franchise records being there for him too.
Yeah, because KD, James Harden, and Kyrie didn't do anything there.
Yeah, but his longevity though.
Oh, are you talking about
franchise
wait?
For
you're
the
talking about
time.
Jaren Jackson Jr. That's who you're talking about. I think.
Yeah,
that's who it was.
Yeah, Jaren Jackson. Yeah, but anyways, this think about random player, and it's like the year before though. I understand it wasn't random, but Ben Simmons was another guy, and we haven't really seen him in that conversation last year. But I think I'm thinking off a name right now. Ooh, Herbert Jones. I understand it might not be so random, but Herb Jones would be my guy to just come up there, try get close to that little.
Mine is Bam.
Bam. That's a good one.
I think Bam has the potential to do it. I think he can really shock some people, especially if he balls out this year and really helps Miami. I think it'll play a big factor. But he's got to ball out if he wants to do what he wants to.
If you hadn't also think going second in terms of race, Mikal Bridges for the defensive player of the year.
I know a lot of people, like some people are talking about Evan Mobley getting it.
Oh my gosh, he makes defense look sexy. He's made defense look so fucking amazing on the floor. I completely forgot about him.
Nah, yeah, that's what a lot of people are talking about. They're talking about Evan Mobley getting it, which he might
put him at second. Yeah, no. Yeah, Jaren Jackson, Evan Mobley, then Mikal Bridges for me.
Okay.
What's your top three?
I got Bam. I got Giannis again. I think Giannis won't get MVP, but I think that he'll be able to play a little more defense this year with Dame taking a little bit of the offensive load away from him. Giannis would be the good one. I think he has a shot. But then I'm actually going to go with I think your guy, Jaren Jackson's going to be, I think he's got really high hopes this year.
And then your random play, and then you're just like, random player going to be coming up in the question race?
Throw Embiid in there. I think Embiid could do it. I wouldn't necessarily think I'm not necessarily thinking he will get it. I think he has a shot. I think that's one of like a kind of out there. I think Embiid's a good defensive player. I just don't know if he will get it, but he could get it. Kind of sense.
Man, I wish there's some players that can kind of pull like a LeBron James. I know LeBron could really do if he really wanted to, but like a guy that's just like Wilt Chamberlain, I just want to try to win every award, at least once.
So, who's your favorite player of all time in the NBA? That's or not your favorite, but who's your favorite non big time player?
I would Jeremy Lin's one of them. I've
Jeremy
got a few.
That's a good one.
I've got a few. because I've told her, oh, Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace, since I was a kid.
Ben Wallace
I don't know what
was
with
good.
Ben Wallace. Like I was irritated. Was in the Hall of Fame. He was put in the Hall of Fame too late for me. Ben Wallace, Tony Allen. I feel like he's extremely underrated.
My one of my favorite players of all time that like he's played on a few teams, but like I don't think he gets as much love as he deserves. I'm a huge JJ Redick fan.
I love that. I love that pick a lot too, though. And
Love
watching him be
JJ.
at Lakes, he's the most realist guy to really be seeing the way he talks about sports in general.
No, he knows what he's talking about too. I love that part.
And like him just knowing I was a white guy being hated down, it was just, oh, and Chauncey. I'm a big fan of the 2004 Detroit Championship Pistons.
Oh yeah,
That coaching style.
Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace. That team was nasty. They really shocked them Lakers too.
And then LaMarcus Aldridge, one of those guys I've always just, I don't know why, just good things in my mouth.
I like it. All right, we're gonna end the video here.
Yes, sir.
And I want to thank everybody. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And we'll try and have half-court Caleb back on the show in the next couple weeks. I hope you all enjoyed. This is the Stash and
Half-court Caleb.
all right. Thank you guys. Easy.
You guys are going.
Thank you so much. Whoop.
Yep.